still a perfect 9-0 in district play and looking to close out an undefeated district season here tonight. The gym is pretty packed here tonight. Most of the home side has filled up. Pretty respectable considering the size of those home stand bleachers, and not to mention even the away side has gotten a number of the seats filled up. So we'll have a good one here tonight, and a whole lot of spectators hoping to see the Wildcats clinch a 10-0 district season. But we'll hand it over to the PA now for the national anthem and both teams' starting lineups. Those were both teams' starting lineups, so we are just about set to get this senior night matchup underway between your Sulphur Springs Wildcats and the Pittsburg Pirates. Both teams starting 5 out tonight, and all right off the bat, we've got Jaden Wilson, manager for these Wildcats, out there with the starting, well, in this case, the other starting 4. So I imagine they're going to be looking to get him the ball here early, get him score, and honor the manager of the Wildcats, who's done it all 4 years here at Sulphur Springs High School. And opening tip is away. It goes the Wildcats' way. And Wilson puts up a 3. And he does it! He does it! This entire gym erupts. And the entire squad huddles around him. Listen to this gym go for him. A 3 right off the get-go. Man, this crowd is still going nuts for that play. Shout out to the senior here in his final game in the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. With that 3, he subs out. Likely that'll do it for him, but either way, when Coach Shaver promised something special here in this one, he wasn't kidding. And quickly, the Wildcats start trapping the Pirates. Ooh, good feed down low. Kick back out. Here's a 3. And in and out of the rim, no good. Branson Lynn quickly gets the rebound and tries to thread it in to Parker Wisenhunt on a fast break, but it looks like the Pirate who put up the 3 is limping a bit. That's number 15, Jacob Graham, who put up the 3 for the Pirates. His shot was no good, but looked like maybe when he was trying to run back towards the ball on the rebound, that did kind of come directly towards him. It looks like maybe he just pulled something, so he's going to check with the athletic trainers, including Tammy Carroll. But the Wildcats back on offense. Good feed down low. Ooh, pass right back to Malachi Miles. Layups up, and it's good. The senior Malachi Miles with a great shot there to put the Wildcats, not only give the Wildcats 2 more points. And so the Pirates will have to take a timeout as they quickly fall behind 5-0. We're going to take a timeout with them and be back here shortly. One. Welcome back here to the main gym where your Wildcats are leading 3-0 here. Jaden Wilson got the first shot here in this game for either squad, and no team has scored since. Wildcats lead 3-0. Branson Lynn running the point as he has done the last couple seasons here for Coach Shaver, and Sip before him. Oh, and Turner beat his man and was driving for a big either layup or potential dunk, but lost control of the handling. It's a turnover for Sulphur Springs. Quick turnover for the Wildcats. However, it remains a 3-0 lead for Sulphur Springs. The Pirates looking to get some points on the board, but they quickly turn it over. Malachi Miles falls down on it inside the paint. Lynn picks it up, feeds it to Turner, and Turner is called for the travel. Tough one there. So after the turnover, Pirates heading the other way. Ooh, another good feed down low to Noah Torres, but he is fouled on the drive. And it's called on Cole Theo. It's the first team foul for either squad, as Theo picks up his first personal. Pirates keep it on the short side of the court. Cross-court pass, here's a three. And no good, takes a bounce off what looks like the back and the right side of the rim before bouncing out into the hands of Branson Lynn. The shooting guard and point guard taking it back for his team. Miles driving. Ooh, and he is called. Looks like they'll call a foul on Dale Jones. I thought maybe Miles might have turned it over on that one. Who might argue? Ooh, here's a pop-up three for Cole Theo. It's no good. Malachi gets the rebound. He can't get his layup to go. He gets a rebound, puts it up and puts it in, and is fouled. So that one's called against Drew Lawton of the Pirates. Now a second team foul. Sorry, a first team foul for... No, that is a second team foul. Miles, though, cashes in on the three-point play, and now he's got all... Sorry, now he has 3 of the Wildcats' 6 points. And another quick turnover. Both teams trading him. Ooh, had him for mid-range instead. He tries to find another teammate. Instead, here's Wisenhunt all alone to Turner. Lays it up and puts it in. Cordrick Turner on a great feed from Wisenhunt. Passing it behind the back to Turner for the slam dunk. Wildcats lead 7-0 over Pittsburg. Already holding up into a big lead. Cole Theo playing great defense down low. Pittsburg inbounding it from the baseline. Ooh, good look. Shot is very tough, though, for number 15, Jacob Graham. He can't come up with it. Wildcats get the rebound. Going the other way is Wisenhunt. And driving inside, he is fouled. He puts up a shot, and it was good, but they'll say no shot. He heads to the line. So it looks like he was fouled. Actually, I'm not sure. Cole Theo gets the inbound pass. Miles to Wisenhunt, all alone in the corner. No good. Off the far side of the rim. Wisenhunt no good from downtown. Here's Pittsburg trying to get some transition points. They can't do it. Wildcats once again in transition. Lynn puts up his shot. It's no good, but he will head to the line as well. So that's a quick couple of personal fouls on Drew Lawton. 4 now for Pittsburgh here in this first half. And we aren't even halfway through this first quarter. Lynn, good on his first free throw. Trying to go 2 for 2 here is the senior. And takes a couple of bounces before it goes in. So a good 2 free throws from the senior, Branson Lynn, and now the Wildcats out to a 9-0 lead. But on defense, they will foul. That is called against Branson Lynn. That's his first personal. Only the second team foul for the Wildcats, though. Pirates needing to get something on offense here, trailing in a big way, 9-0. Driving inside with a jumper, though, is number 15, Graham. His shot's no good. Rebound, though, by the Pirates before Theo fouls in the paint. So that Pirate will head to the line. That's another quick personal for Cole Theo. I imagine we might have a little bit before we see him again. Yep, DJ Wilkerson ready to sub in. Free throw is no good from the Pirate. Alexis Reyes at the line, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Trying to go 1 for 2 is Reyes, and he hits the front of the rim both times. So the Wildcats in transition. Good feed to Wilkerson. Lynn at the top of the key. Turner gets the look to Lynn, right back to Turner, and lays it up and in. Cordrick Turner having himself a game here in this first quarter, already with 4 points. Wildcats have 11 in this first quarter, leading the Pittsburg Pirates in a big way, 11-0, before Pittsburg can finally get some points on the board. They get a field goal, but Lynn trying to heat check him with a 3, no good. Miles gets a rebound, puts it back up and in. The senior with 4 points. So him and Turner tying for the team lead at 4 apiece. Pittsburgh. Ooh, nice interception there by Branson Lynn, interrupting the passing lane. Turner ends up with it. He gets it right back from Lynn, driving inside as a senior before he almost loses it. Wildcats do retain it, though. As Wisenhunt dribbling near that Wildcat Lady Cats logo. Lynn pivots to Turner. Wisenhunt getting the ball from Turner on the edge, and he tries to bank it off the glass, but he can't get it to go. However, a Pirate trying to do a little too much on defense as the ball was flying out of the baseline. He tried to throw it back in, but unfortunately, he stepped out doing so the Wildcats will retain it on the short side of the court. Wisenhunt feeds it to Miles. Lynn for 3. No good. Can't get it to go is the senior Branson Lynn. So we stay at a 13-2, 11-point lead for your Wildcats with just about 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. The Pirates trying to feed it in. Continue gaining momentum, but Wisenhunt steals it away. He's going up for the layup and slams it down instead. A good old how do you do from the senior Parker Wisenhunt. The 6'3" senior is now on the board after that dunk. He has 2 points, and Turner almost steals it away. However, Miles almost does the same before they'll say it was last touched by a Pirate. Frankly, it should have been the opposite. But, again, who am I to argue? So now, with about a minute and a half left to go in this first quarter, the Wildcats leading by 13, 15-2. An impressive first quarter for Sulphur Springs, and now Pittsburgh getting some transition points before Lynn fouls him hard. However, he will, I believe, get the points. However, something I can tell you is that is the second personal on Branson Lynn. Free throw? No good. Off the mark to the right. Number 1, Leighton Hood at the free throw line. Second free throw? Also no good. Also to the right. Wisenhunt driving inside. Kick out to Wilkerson for 3. And he drills it. The 5'11" junior now on the board with 3 points. And a pretty even scoring night. A number of Wildcats have scored now. And Sulphur Springs leading by 16, 18-2. Lynn, it's out-rebounded by a Pirate. Here's a three, and they'll drill that one. So that was number 4, Corlin Worth, as now Pittsburg with 5 points here in this first quarter with under a minute to go. Turner thinking about shooting up a three. Instead, he defers. Wisenhunt gets it. About 30 seconds left now. Lynn thinks about putting up a three from just about midcourt. Instead, Wilkerson will do it from behind the line, and he drills it. DJ Wilkerson now has 6 points here in this first quarter. Both of them came thanks to threes. So now a 21-5 lead. This game just blew open as Pittsburgh trailing in a big way. However, 2 rebounds by Alexis Reyes, and he puts it back up and in. So it will be a 14-point deficit for Pittsburgh heading to the second. Sulphur Springs leads, though, 21-7. We'll be right back. 2, please. Welcome back here to the main gym of Sulphur Springs High School. We're just about to head to the second quarter where your Wildcats leading by 14, 21-7. So just having a very impressive outing here, as it was tight there for a few minutes before the Wildcats quickly exploded this game open. A number of transition layups, a couple of threes from DJ Wilkerson, and the Wildcats now leading the Pirates in a big way by 14, 21-7. So Sulphur Springs looks to be in good form here tonight, trying to secure an undefeated district championship. And through that first quarter, they look like they are well on their way to doing so. Mac Rollison working it around the perimeter. Now to Lynn. Wilkerson trying to feed it to Turner down low, but he can't come up with it. It will be a turnover for the Wildcats. Pittsburgh going the other way. The Pirates. And they will turn it over for a cross-court violation. An unforced error there by the Pirates. A lot of times if there's been an error by these visiting Pittsburgh foes, it's been due to some kind of substantial defense, but nope, not on that one. Just out of the reach of its intended target, and it's a cross-court violation, the Wildcats. Now, hand it off to Wilkerson for three, no good. McKelvey gets the board. Lynn, a deep three, also no good. So a couple of threes chucked out by the Wildcats, both of them no good. So about a minute and a half into this second quarter, your Wildcats still leading by 14, 21-7. The senior night contest just rolling right along. The first quarter already screamed by us, and now almost 2 minutes into it. Score remains the same again, 21-7, but the Pirates driving inside thanks to Alexis Reyes. Kick back out to the perimeter. Here's from mid-range, number 15, Graham, no good. Rollison gets the rebound. I believe it went a little too far for that Pirate on that shot. Hitting the far side of the rim before just easily falling into the hands of Rollison. Rollison feeds it inside to Turner. Turner to McKelvey. He's inside the paint, waiting for his shot, and he gets a good one to go. Wildcats on the board first here in the second quarter. Just like in the first when Jaden Wilson, the manager for Sulphur Springs, put up a 3 for the Wildcats to lead 3-0. Sulphur Springs gets the first shot here in the second, and now leading by 16, 23-7. Pittsburgh's shot is brutally blocked on offense, and Mack kicks it out to Wilkerson. Rolison, deep 3 from him, no good. Reyes races towards the ball before it can head out of bounds to the far corner. On the point, though, is the 5'10" freshman, Dale Jones, number 5. Picked up the personal foul in that first quarter. 1 of 4 the Pirates picked up in that opening quarter. But Reyes' pass is picked off by Turner. McKelvey driving. Oh, for the slam. Theo McKelvey with all 4 points that the Wildcats have scored here in this second quarter. Slamming it down, and now number 4 with 4 points. Your Wildcats leading by 18, 25-7. Reyes driving inside before it's tipped away. Here, though, is a 3 from Pittsburgh. Nice recovery there by Dale Jones to hit a 3. It's only the second made 3 for Pittsburgh here in this game. They made 1 in the first, and now 1 here in the second, about halfway through it. Wildcats leading by 15, 25-10. Lynn, deep 3, no good. Lynn gets it back. He puts it up from about the free throw line. Can't get it to go. McKelvey fighting for the board. Will tip it out of bounds, so the Pirates will inbound it. Ooh, and that's a big foul there. So that one's called on Dale Jones. That's his second personal. Now 15th foul for Pittsburgh here in this first half. Wildcats 1 less at 4, but Sulphur Springs leads in a big way by 15, 25-10. Wildcats outscoring Pittsburgh here in the second quarter, 5-3. Theo fakes a 3 before handing it right back to Wizenut. Ooh, and Theo fights for a steal. Instead, it'll go to another Pirate, and it's blocked by Wizenut. Ooh, but Wizenut trying to recover, did foul a second Pirate who was coming in for second chance points, so that will be Wizenut's first personal. Now both teams with 5 team fouls. At the line is number 12, Noah Torres. He can't get that first one to go, though. So 0 for 1 at the line, looking to go 1 for 2. And he drills his second one. So now a 14-point deficit for Pittsburgh. 25-11 they trail to Sulphur Springs here on the Wildcats senior night. Sulphur Springs a perfect 9-0 in district play. And they look like a already clinched district champion through much of their season. In fact, I believe right now they are riding a 4-game winning streak. Well, really, it's a 9-game winning streak, but in 4 straight games leading up to this one, the Wildcats have blown out their district foes by 20-plus points. 4 straight 20-plus blowout district wins. There is a made 3 from the Pirates. So now down to an 11-point lead for Sulphur Springs, 25-14. Theo feeds it. Turner to Wilkerson for three, and he drills that one. 3 made shots from downtown from the junior DJ Wilkerson. He's got 9 now. Under 2 minutes to go, though. After Wilkerson made his 3, it is a 28-14 lead for your Wildcats. And Miles, great job as the Wildcats have been doing here on defense all night, interrupting the passing lanes and getting their hands on balls. A lot of times it's ended up in steals and points the other way, but one of the rare times it's gone out of bounds. The Pirates trailing by 14. Here's another 3, though. This time, no good on the shot from Noah Torres. And a Wisenhunt with a 360 dunk. My word. And the Pirates here on the other end. Trailing by 16 now after Wisenhunt's dunk. And ooh, we get a windmill dunk now from Leighton Hood. So these teams starting to pull out some of the blacktop moves. Wisenhunt can't get a shot to go, but Turner can get the second shot to go thanks to a little bit of help with the tip-in. So coming up empty, Turner capitalizes on a good moment. Wildcats leading by 16 now, 32-16. Jumper from mid-range, no good from Lawton. Going the other way is Lynn. Oh, alley-oop opportunity, but the Wildcats couldn't cash in. Pirates, once again, going the other way, trailing by 16, 32-16. Here's a 3, no good. Goes straight to a Pirate, and number 2 can't get it to go. That's Leighton. The other Leighton, here's another 3, also from Lawton. Wow, Leighton and Lawton, that's tough. But Lawton can't get a shot to go, so it'll be out of bounds after taking another bounce on an air ball. Pirates inbounding it on the baseline. 1.6 to go here in this first half. Your Wildcats leading in a big way. Ooh, and almost takes a nice bounce there for the Pirate. That was number 11, Lawton, on the Hail Mary heave from midcourt, but he can't get it to go. So we head to halftime with your Wildcats looking to be on their way to a perfect, undefeated district season. We'll be right back. Why don't you give me 3 spots? Why don't you give me one more? Welcome back out here to Sulphur Springs High School as we are at the halftime break. Your Wildcats leading in a big way, 32-16. A pretty even scoring night as we've got a couple of Wildcats in double figures. DJ Wilkerson has 9, Corey Turner has 6, so sorry, no Wildcats in double figures, but kind of comes to show what good of a night it's been. So DJ Wilkerson with 9, Corey Turner with 6, a couple Wildcats with 4, Malachi Miles and Theo McKelvey, and Parker Wisnan as well. And rounding it out is Branson Lim with 2 free throws, so 2 points for him. So evenly distributing the ball. And I, of course, can't forget Jaden Wilson, the manager for Wildcat basketball, all 4 years in his time in Sulphur Springs, and he hit a beautiful 3 at the onset of this game, and this whole gym was on their feet clapping for him. They were excited by that one. But yes, your Wildcats leading in a big way, 32-16. Pittsburg did find some momentum late as the second quarter progressed, kind of starting to claw their way back into this one. But Sulphur Springs, just one of those teams that's so good at heat checking their foes. I mean, so often you'll see that an opposing team will hit a really nice mid-range shot or hit a 3, and then Sulphur Springs will fire right back, doing the exact same, if not more. So a great showing for the Wildcat offense and defense, who has been stifling the Pittsburgh Pirates for a good portion of this game. But we're going to take another break and hear from some of our halftime sponsors and be back here with more Wildcat basketball in just a moment. Yeah. James, I'm going crowd Michaelis for the second half. Surrounded by middle schoolers, and time again I've tried to get them to stop, and it's unfortunately been a futile effort. So welcome back here to the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. Still at the halftime break, your Wildcats leading heading into the third quarter, 32-16. So double the point total of Pittsburgh, and the Wildcats very much so look like a team that is on their way to a perfect district season. And if they can hold on and pull out the win here tonight versus Pittsburgh, leading 32-16 again, then they will do just that, securing a 10-0 district season. They clinched the district championship a couple of games ago, as I mentioned earlier, but second place teams, Paris, Liberty, Ilo, and Pleasant Grove were 6-3 heading into their final matchup. So it was decided about 2 games ago, if I'm not mistaken, that the Wildcats clinched their district championship and a second straight district title for your Wildcats. Back-to-back district championships for Coach Brandon Shaver in his first 2 years of the job, helming the men's basketball team. So congratulations to him. I'll be speaking with him post-game to find out what's next for your Wildcats for the opening round playoff game. Something I didn't mention, or I touched on, was speaking of playoff basketball, the Lady Cats, in case y'all didn't hear or weren't tuning in last night, they went out to Grand Saline to take on Van in the bi-district or opening round of playoffs. And unfortunately for the Lady Cats, led by head coach Brian Jones, they came up on the wrong end of a blowout, 71-35. Kind of like that North Lamar loss almost a full week ago. That would have been a week ago now, last Tuesday. Sulphur Springs kept it tight through the first quarter, but they struggled to make shots in the first, just like their foe Van last night. But then as the second quarter got more and more underway, the Lady Cats made about the same kind of level or same number of shots, I should say, but Van just unleashed on the Lady Cats. I mean, they had one player who, and I spoke with my predecessor, Don Julian, afterwards, because we wanted to kind of get both teams' totals. And last I checked, I believe she had 31 points. 31. So one player had almost as many points as the Lady Cats in a playoff game. And I put it in my article when I wrote it first thing after I got home last night was, winning is hard, especially in the playoffs, but even more so when you got a team, when you got a player who is shooting 64% from the field. I mean, and from downtown, no less. I mean, that is... And I don't want to say it makes it impossible to win, but it does make it very, very difficult. And the Lady Cats, unfortunately, at the wrong end of that. So they fall in the opening round, but congratulations to Coach Brian Jones and his program for returning to the playoffs for the first time in 2 seasons. We've got under a minute to go here until the third quarter begins, so I'm going to take one last quick break, and then we'll be back for the third quarter of action for senior night. We'll be right back. No, just give me one. Welcome back here to the main gym of Sulphur Springs High School. Your Wildcats heading into the third quarter, leading in a big way, 32-16. They are a perfect 9-0 in district play, 27-7 on the season, and with the win here tonight, if they continue as it's been going here the first 2 quarters, they will secure a perfect 10-0 district season. As I've been talking about, they've already clinched the district championship a couple games ago, and they have already swept every other program. So they swept Paris, they swept Pleasant Grove, they swept North Lamar, LE, and looking to complete the sweep of Pittsburg here tonight. Wildcats won big the last time these two teams met. That was a pretty impressive win for Sulphur Springs. I'm going to do a little bit of digging just so I can find out. And Sulphur Springs had a nice win, 67-55. So about where the game is at right now. Wisenhunt, though, puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Rolls off the back of the rim. The senior, though, does have 4 points here in this senior night matchup. It's his final game here in the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. And all seniors have been showing up and showing out. On the handoff. And the 3 attempt is Pittsburg. No good. Once again, trying to do a little bit too much on offense, trying to keep the ball in, and it'll go out on a Pirate. The Wildcats leading by 16, 32-16. Wisenhunt, Turner, trying to feed it to Miles, but it was stolen away by a Pirate. Pittsburg taking it back. Here's a deep 3. No good. That's Christian Layton on the 3 attempt. He can't get it to go. He is scoreless here through almost 2.5 quarters. Lynn to Theo. Before Wisenhunt takes it himself and trying to put a beautiful, almost behind the head layup in, but he can't get that tough shot to go. Pirates seeing if they can't get some scoring here. No good. Miles fights for a jump ball, and possession arrow going the Pirates' way. Pittsburg. Driving inside. Ooh. And it's just not been the Pirates' night. A lot of times they've gotten a lot of good looks, but just couldn't get the shots to fall. Lynn working his man, puts up a three, and drills it. Branson Lynn with his first point since the first quarter. He now has 5. He made 2 free throws in that first quarter before making a 3 just moments ago. Now with 5 here in this game. Wisenhunt really giving his man trouble and almost steals the ball away before Layton will keep it. But now it sounds as though, yes, Cole Theo has been called for a personal, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his 3rd. 1 team foul, though, here in this 3rd quarter, and it's been committed by Cole Theo. But Theo makes up for it on defense by picking up a rebound. Turner thinks about putting up a 3, drives inside to Miles, banks it off the glass and puts it in. Malachi Miles now with 6 points here in this one. And a Pirate trying to feed it inside to another man. Wisenhunt literally driving past his men and taking it coast to coast to the hoop. A beautiful layup there for the senior. And Pittsburgh now calling a timeout. Jordan Bedford calling for a 60-second timeout, so we'll be back in just a minute. Two spots, please. 2. Yeah, I'm risking it for the biscuit. You know, it's the last basketball game. Win in Rome. God. You're a maniac. You have to know this. (39-16). Welcome back to the main gym of Sulphur Springs High School, and perfect timing as always, James Terry, sending it back over to us just in time for the inbound pass. Truly a magician and a scholar, that man, working our station operations here all year long, as he has been for quite some time at KSST, and I am all too grateful to have him on the other end, which it's one thing for me to come out to these games and broadcast them, but none of that would matter if I didn't have someone back at the station making it all possible. So thank you, James Terry. It's been a pleasure, and we've still got a alley-oop opportunity. No dice there on that one. So yes, thank you to James Terry, working the other end, not only this year, but for so many years for KSST. And I really appreciate it. And thanks as well to our videographer here this season, for this school year, Matt Jansen. He's been doing a stand-up job here in his first year working the camera, and I'm super grateful for him too. Because it's, and anyone can tell you this, it's one thing to listen to the game as Lynn puts up a 3, his second 3 of the quarter, but yeah, anyone will tell you it's all about the video. Ooh, and a turnover by Pittsburgh. Cole Theo falls down on it. Wisenhunt to Lynn. Here's another 3. No good. And a couple of Pirates, 3 Pirates to be exact, fight for a rebound. And none of them can come up with it. They send it out of bounds, so the Wildcats get it on the short side of the court, leading by 22, 42-20. Wildcats outpacing the Pirates here in this third quarter thanks to a couple of made threes from Branson Lynn. He's got 2 here in this quarter and 8 total points in the senior night contest up to this point. More than halfway through the third quarter, your Wildcats are on their way to a perfect district season, leading 42-20. 0-9 Pittsburg looks frankly outmatched, and great feed from Linda Miles. Waits for a shot and puts it up and in. The 6'2" senior now with 8 points here on senior night. The Pirates, they felt good coming in. Felt like they had a chance going into the locker room that has quickly evaporated as the Wildcats, as I mentioned, just continuously heat checking their foes and nullifying a lot of stolen momentum. Turner just eviscerating his man Reyes, or sorry, that's Carlin Worth. He is just, a foot smaller than Turner, although on that play, Worth did have a nice mid-range jumper that he beat Turner on. But once again, even with that bucket, the Wildcats still with double the points of Pittsburgh, 44-22. Wisenhunt for 3. No good. Can't get it to go. Theo tries to get the rebound. Instead, it goes to Reyes for the Pirates. Worth to Hood. Reyes, mid-range jumper, no good. Bounces off both sides of the rim from him before coming out and into the hands of Cordrick Turner. Yet another rebound for the senior. And big old shove there from Leighton Hood. And no problem calling that personal as he was standing right next to the zebra. Minute and a half to go here in this third quarter. Your Wildcats leading big, 44-22. Some substitutions, though, as Theo and Wisenhunt come out. Looks like Miles did as well. In comes DJ, Gavin, and Theo. And Mac. So, couple of varsity seniors taking a seat. Pittsburgh quickly gets a turnover. Lynn does a nice job of beating his man on a layup. Jump ball, though. And as it was always intended, as you could say the good Lord intended, it was going to the Wildcats. Wilkerson, cross-court pass to Mack. He puts up a 3. No good. It goes straight into the hands of Noah Torres, the 6' senior with the rebound for the Pirates, playing in his final game for the Pittsburgh program. Mac Rollison just swatting the ball out of the hands of Reyes, and he has no choice but to jump on it and fall down on it. Luckily for him, this time it will stay with him and the Pirates. Under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Wildcats leading big, 44-26. 3 attempts, no good. White tips it right to Lynn. And now he's getting some good defense from Hood. And such good defense that Lynn turned it over. Reyes with an easy layup opportunity. So now it is a 20-point deficit for Pittsburgh. They trail 44-24. Rollison, back to Lynn. To White, here's a 3 from him. No good, off the rim. McKelvey rebounding it to Wilkerson, but he can't get his shot to go. Banking off the glass before falling down to the hands of a Pirate, and that will do it for the third quarter as your Wildcats are on their way to a perfect 10-0 district season. I think it's safe to say it now, leading by 20 heading into the 8-minute fourth quarter, but still plenty more action to come. We'll be right back. Beautiful. Hello there, and welcome back to the Sulphur Springs High School main gym. I am unfortunately not General Kenobi, but I am instead Ross Levinsky, Sports Director at KSST Radio, the official Wildcat and Lady Cat station. We are proud to bring you Wildcats basketball in their senior night contest, and they lead big in this fourth quarter, 44-24. Can't believe it's already playoff time for basketball. In fact, we already did a game last night, as I've been mentioning. Lady Cats basketball fell in the opening round to their by-district opponent Van, 71-35. I hate to say it, but the Lady Cats just looked outmatched. And it's especially tough when you're going up against a player who shoots 64% from behind the line. That's right, folks, 64% from downtown. Player for Van ended up with almost as many points as the Lady Cats. Sulphur Springs scored 35 in that by-district loss to Van. This one player scored 31. So just tough time. You know, you hate to see your season end that way in a blowout loss, but you know, they competed well against North Lamar in senior night a week ago, and kind of the same thing Monday night. Just competed well for a quarter, but then I think nerves and perhaps just the sheer talent difference and depth, of course, as well, just simply finally hurt the Lady Cats. But Pittsburg can't get their shot to go. What other teams are in action here in Sulphur Springs? Well, you've asked the right person. Because boy, can I tell you, there are quite a few teams in action. Both golf teams started their seasons yesterday. As I mentioned, Lady Cats basketball ended their season yesterday, but tennis going full steam ahead. Same with powerlifting this weekend. Friday. Women's powerlifting are in Commerce. That's a 4 p.m. begin time, just west on Interstate 30. Or not just west on Interstate 30, but northwest. But that'll be a good one. The Lady Cats have steadily improved with each outing. They placed 5th in Lindale at the season opener, 4th in Paris, and 3rd this last weekend in Mount Pleasant. So again in Commerce, and then the men's team is... men's team doesn't go in action again until next Saturday, so not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, where they travel to Sabine. I don't even know where that is. But that'll be a fun one. So that's powerlifting, tennis, going full steam ahead. I'll be talking to Coach Martinez either tomorrow morning or first thing Thursday morning. So that always keeps me busy going and seeing him, my weekly appointment with Coach Martinez. And if you saw our coaches show, I guess that would have been over a year ago now with him. You'll know him and I always talk Texas sports, one Longhorn to another. He coached for the tennis program at Texas, and me being a student there, oh yeah, we just gab and gab about Texas, especially during the fall. We can't get enough of it. We just constantly talk Texas. But yeah, his team's done very well. They've medaled in every single competition they've been to, and this is not team tennis like in the fall. This is singles, doubles. It's individual, I guess you could say, as opposed to a team effort. So like team efforts are compiled, and you win 17 total matches in a game, so none of that. It's just about who matches up with who. And Lynn can't get a shot to go, but he is fouled. So he'll head to the line. The senior already has 8 points in this one with just over 5 to go. But what else? You've also got soccer. Soccer already in district play, so any of you fans wondering what you're going to do on Friday, not certain if Wildcats basketball will be playing a warm-up game. If they do, it'll likely be on Friday. But if that isn't the case, you can check out Wildcat or Lady Cats soccer. So what's going on with those two teams? Well, I can tell you the Lady Cats will be at home hosting North Lamar. So we'll be covering Lady Cat soccer on Friday in KSST's first soccer broadcast of the year. And truthfully, we haven't had a whole lot more opportunities to do it because, as the soccer coaches will tell you, they are kind of sandwiched in between all these spring seasons. I mean, a lot of other seasons, there's kind of a natural break, as in, so like, for example, football comes to an end the first weekend in November, or the regular season does. Well, that same weekend, if not the following Monday, Tuesday, as Wilkerson drills a three. First points here for the Wildcats come about halfway through this final quarter. But it comes from Wilkerson on the shot from downtown. But yes, soccer, coaches will tell you they are sandwiched in between like none other. So basketball kind of naturally picks up where football leaves off. But soccer, I mean, it just starts pretty much. I want to say they start their district season right about the time, if not right after, both basketball teams have already started district play. So it's tough to compete with them, and it can kind of work out if the Lady Cats are at home because they have an earlier tip-off. I can go run by the stadium and grab a coach after the game for an interview, but with the men's basketball team having a later tip-off time, 7 p.m. or anywhere to 7:30, that no longer becomes an option. But yes, the Lady Cats soccer will be at the Prim on Friday. That's, well, yeah, your lone game in town besides softball. Yes, softball and baseball start up this weekend. And Lady Cats softball was originally supposed to open their regular season today, hosting Mineola, but field conditions just were not optimal. Turner gets another field goal. He now has 8. But yes, the Lady Cats could not open their season today versus Mineola. So that's been pushed back. That has been canceled altogether. But they still open the Sulphur Springs tournament on Thursday. That's an 11:15 start time, if I remember Coach Carrillo saying that correctly. Ooh, McKelvey takes a nice dribble before putting it under, over, and in. The sophomore now with 6 points. And that's Lady Cats softball. If you can't make the Sulphur Springs tournament this weekend, they are at Lindale on Tuesday and have another tournament next weekend. That's Thursday through Saturday. Wildcats baseball does, they have a scrimmage game tomorrow at Hallsville. Or sorry, that's Friday at Hallsville. And after that, they head to Mount Pleasant next weekend as well. So the final weekend in February. What about Wildcat soccer? Man, Wildcat soccer had a big week last week. They went 3-0 at home and just had a very impressive outing. So Monday, hosting Liberty Ilo in a game that should have been their district opener the Tuesday prior, but instead that game had to be pushed back a week due to that when the game was supposed to begin. I believe that was the 31st. Yes, January 31st. So that was originally supposed to be the district opener hosting Liberty Ilo. But that was the snow, ice, frozen week, whatever you want to call it. And so that game had to ultimately be pushed back almost a full week to this past Monday. And it made little difference to the Wildcats as they won huge, 10-0. Just eviscerating Liberty Ilo, and Corja Turner's doing the same as he's now in double figures. Coach Bedford for Pittsburg having to call a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout with them, and when we return, we'll wrap up a senior night contest, and I swear I'll stop talking about all the other teams playing at Sulphur Springs. We'll be back. (53-32). Two. Welcome back to the main gym of Sulphur Springs High School, where we are here in the closing minutes of the senior night contest between Sulphur Springs and the Pittsburg Pirates. Just over 2 minutes to go, your Wildcats look to be on their way to yet another 20-point district win, leading 53-32. So, mentioned softball, baseball, basketball, powerlifting. I mentioned women's soccer. Men's soccer are in Paris at North Lamar Friday. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, beating Liberty Ilo 10-0 last week, and ooh, big slam. Can't go by Cordrick Turner. Wildcats taking it back before it's stolen away from Branson Lynn. So, yes, and then the Wildcats last week, or sorry, I guess 2 weeks ago now, then had to that was last week. So then last week hosting Liberty Ilo, and then their game with Paris on Tuesday got pushed back yet again. So almost a second straight postponement. And then so hosting Paris on last Thursday, they did rough it out in PKs 3-2. But last Friday, winning big over visiting Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill 4-0. So yet another shutout victory. Their second on the week and their second blowout shutout win of the week. So after that, they were 3-0 in district play. And as long as they take care of business tonight versus Pittsburg, they will be 5-0 in district. Can't even believe it. Can't even believe it. Wildcats enter tonight's matchup 4-0. Turner thinks about chucking up a three. He instead defers back to Cole, who can't get his shot to go. So now here in the closing minute, this undefeated district championship all but wrapped up for the Wildcats. Sulphur Springs went 9-0 through district play, 27-7 in the regular season, but have just cruised past their district foes. I mean, this is their fifth straight 20-plus point blowout win. Lynn about set to head to the line. Here in the closing 21 seconds, Coach Bedford opting for the fouling of a pretty nice shooter from the line, and the senior Branson Lynn. Lynn already made 2 free throws in the first quarter. He has 8 total points here in his last home game for Sulphur Springs. And we got a substitution. Tyler Wilson comes in and subs out Christian Layton. Lynn at the line. Drills his first free throw. Make that 9 points now for the senior. They're going to look to make one more. And he does just that. So here in his final game in the Sulphur Springs High School main gym, suiting up for the Wildcats, Branson Lynn now has 10 points. He will finish his career in Sulphur Springs, at least in the regular season, with double figures. Tyler Wilson does score for Pittsburgh here in the closing seconds, so that will do it as your Wildcats have successfully completed a 10-0 district season. Wow, what a win for the Wildcats, and what a season for Sulphur Springs. Just continuing to win, and they will wish each other or the opposing team a good game, but shortly thereafter will take the court here to cut down the net as they celebrate a district title. So we're going to take a quick break and be back here with the post-game show coming right up. Give me 3. Yes, sir. Everyone around the world, come on. Welcome back here to the Sulphur Springs High School main gym, where the Wildcats are fresh off a 55-34 win to close out their district season. And why is this district win so important? Well, I'll tell you why, because Sulphur Springs not only won their 10th district win here tonight on senior night, but in doing so, clinched a perfect district season. That's right, folks. Beginning to end, the Wildcats never lost in 10 straight games since district play began. And with the exception of the ice week that I mentioned 2 weeks ago, kind of delaying games to Thursday, so pushing it back 2 days. If you want to consider that a bye, that was the only sort of bye, I suppose, if you want to call it that, for the Wildcats this entire district season. Other than that, they played Tuesday, Friday, all the way through. Again, with the exception of that ice week. And so to win 10 straight games and, frankly, not really be challenged except for 2 matchups, both with Paris, I think that speaks to what exactly this program has done here in the last couple of years. Not only is Coach Brandon Shaver won back-to-back district titles in 2 seasons for Sulphur Springs, but also on top of that, now having a 10-0 perfect district season. They swept everyone in their district, so of course, Pleasant Grove, Paris, Pittsburg, North Lamar. But now it's time to cut down the nets. So we're gonna let them enjoy this, and we'll stay on here and let y'all hear it for all you radio listeners. I guess I'll go ahead and give scoring totals because it's not very good programming for all of our radio listeners, but Wildcats now cutting down the net, and Cole Theo will be the one doing it for Sulphur Springs as the rest of the team watches. Oh no, they'll do it one player at a time, signifying the total group effort that the Wildcats have encapsulated all year long. Extra passing, extra scoring. I mean, it's just been, like I said, a total team effort for Sulphur Springs all year long. Now Turner making his way up to the net as the senior here in his final game finished in double figures with 10 points. He wasn't alone, and Branson Lynn also scored 10. Leading scorer on the night, though, was DJ Wilkerson, a junior, who put up 4 threes over 3 quarters. So good job to him on cashing in from downtown. After that was another senior, Malachi Miles with 8, and then Theo McKelvey and Parker Wisenhunt, the latter being a senior, playing his final game as well, both with 6 points. So a very impressive 55-34 win for Sulphur Springs here on senior night over Pittsburg. The Pirates. Gosh, I wish I would stop doing that tonight. They are completely winless, and they will stay that way heading into next year. They went 0-10 in district play, and we'll have to look to next season for a district win. Sulphur Springs, on the other hand, secures a perfect 10-0 district season, cutting down the net now, and they head to the playoffs with a 28-7 overall record, and again, 10-0 in district play. And I'll be talking with Coach Shaver after all these festivities have concluded and ask him what's next for Sulphur Springs, whether it's a Monday game next Monday, like it was with Lady Cats basketball last night, or if it'll be a Tuesday matchup. Either way, congratulations to these Wildcats. I hope they're enjoying this moment, enjoying a perfect district season, cutting down the net. I think that'll do it for us here from the main gym. I again want to thank Matt Jansen for shooting basketball for us all year long, as well as football. And he'll be doing Lady Cat soccer with me on Friday as they host North Lamar. But yeah, that'll do it for live streaming for basketball. I'll be with the men's team wherever they go in the playoffs. I'll be at least broadcasting on the radio, but no video. So next up for video, it'll be, like I said, Lady Cats on Friday. That's the soccer team. And pretty shortly thereafter, we'll be right in the thick of baseball and softball season. So we hope you've enjoyed a live stream for Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball this year. Lady Cats again fell in by district last night, but we'll be with Wildcats basketball over the radio all along the way. That'll do it from the Sulphur Springs High School main gym as your Wildcats clinch an undefeated, perfect district season, going 10-0 and capping it off with senior night blowout victory over Pittsburg, 55-34. With your play-by-play, I'm Ross Levinsky. Shooting video for us this season has been Matt Jansen, and back at the station making all the magic happen is James Terry. So James, I'll send it back to you. Thank you, sir. Same to you as well. All righty. Bye-bye.